Hello and welcome to Thinking Globally and Acting Locally, which is a phrase that's been around since the 1970s and attributed to many, very likely though to René Dubos, who was an advisor to the first International Human Environment Conference. And anyway, this week we have provided you with some examples of thinking globally and acting locally, and that's what your discussion is going to be about. But in addition, I thought I'd provide you with some additional information so that you could fine-tune your essay, which is also about thinking globally and acting locally. No doubt you will have looked at the assessment requirements by this stage, and I advise you, if you haven't read the instructions, please do under the assessment tab on LMS. Make sure you're very clear about what we've asked you to do. So, and there are 3 pages to the marking guide, so each provides you some clear instructions on what we expect, and I'm not going to repeat those here, just read those. So you've been asked to nominate one theme for particular attention in your essay, and this could be one of the many outlined so far, or one that's coming up, or something we would like you to write about, something that you're actually really interested in. So it could be water quality or soil quality or biodiversity, your choice. And the first part, you're to provide an overview of the global environmental health issue relating to the themes you've identified, and it will be necessary to consider the interaction with other areas, but primarily you will focus on this one area, and you'll be writing about the actual or potential long-term or short-term health impacts as a result of this issue. In the second part, you're going to identify actual or potential risks to members of a community that have developed because of or that are associated with the global conditions or the change or global conditions that you've identified in the first part. So the 2 parts related. And when we talk about locally, we mean a community or a town or a region. We don't really mean a country. So once you've searched the literature, and that is what you're going to have to do, and written about your issues, you're going to then be asked to write some recommendations, and we're asking you to write 5 recommendations, each under the action areas of the Ottawa Charter for Health Promotion. Now, so local governments might be a good place to start to look at what types of things you might recommend. So the Ottawa Charter for Health Promotion is a theoretical framework we use in health promotion, and the strength of this charter really is that if you use the charter or the action areas collectively, you can tackle health issues comprehensively. So the first action area of the Ottawa Charter is build healthy public policy. So your question is, what policies are in place or need to be put in place to improve the situation you have been writing about? So that might be the policies of an organisation or a local government area, up to you. There will be examples probably that you can draw on. And really it means that health is put on the agenda of all policymakers in all sectors and at all levels, so you need to think about that. The second action area of the Ottawa Charter is create supportive environments, and obviously, as I've said, they are all related, these action areas. And so your question needs to be what needs to happen to create a supportive environment for health. So the overall guiding principle is that we need to take care of each other, our communities, our natural environment, and of course you need to think about social and environmental justice here. And we want to, so that we can generate living in conditions that are safe and stimulating and satisfying and enjoyable. So that means protecting our natural and built environments as well as our social environments. The third action area of the Ottawa Charter is strengthen community action, and as you know, this is a key principle of sustainability as well. And so people need to be engaged at the local level in some way in tackling this issue. And there are many examples that you could draw on here. So people need ownership of the situations that they are living within. And as I say, there are so many examples, you know, from community gardens to lock the gate and what have you. You will have seen some already. Now, the next Ottawa Charter action area is developing personal skills. So your question with regard to your area, your issue is, you know, what knowledge or skills do we need, or what do we need to do, and how will this occur so that we can tackle these situations using evidence. So what needs to happen there? And the final action area of the Charter is reorient health service, and this really means that the responsibility for creating healthy environments does not just reside in the health sector. It's a shared responsibility across many sectors, and so what organisations or who needs to be involved in terms of a process of change for sustainability in relation to your particular theme. So concrete examples of all of these 5 action areas are important, and one good sentence will do it for you if you write 5 sentences using the action area of the Ottawa Charter, of the 5 action areas of the Ottawa Charter. So good luck with that, and I hope you enjoy thinking globally, acting locally, and I look forward to your discussions and also to reading your essay. Please go back to the assessment tab, just make sure that you're on the right track, and we're here of course to answer questions if you need some clarification for these final points. Thanks very much.